So, this should be an interesting park run because I'll be running without a watch, no Garmin, for the first time ever at a park run, for me at least. Is it because I want to do an experiment to see how I do? Is it because I'm being a bit of a hipster and saying, no, I don't need a running watch? No, it's because my Garmin died last night. I had the Forerunner 55, well, that sounds sad. The Forerunner 55, which is waterproof. But a few months ago, I accidentally knocked the screen off. I was putting something in the fridge and it just clipped the shelf above it and popped off. I was able to reattach the ribbon and snap it back in and it seemed fine. And I've been in a hot tub with it since then, I've been in the bath with it since then. I'd washed it in water since then, totally fine. But last night, another quick dip in the hot tub and it died. And I popped the screen off again, and yeah, there's water underneath it. Had it overnight beside the dehumidifier, but it's not coming back on. So today I won't have any indication of my pace or anything like that, which, that alone I could probably survive or manage and feel comfortable if I had a watch, even just like a plain old digital watch to see how long I've been running for. But I don't even have that, I've got nothing. So this will be very interesting. I'm at Carling Wark Loch parkrun today, which from now on I'm going to call Carling Wark Loch because it's much more fun to see it that way. Oh, swallowing midges. So it's a 3 and a bit lapper. When I say 3 and a bit, I mean 3 and a tiny bit. So at least I'll have a rough idea of what it's like after one lap. But I'll still have no idea what my time is. Normally for these videos I try to do an update and say, oh, my first K was this, second K was this, blah blah blah. Or somewhere like here I try and say, first lap was this time, second lap this time. But can't do that today. So the updates are going to be a bit less informative than usual probably. I have looked at one of my friends' Strava who's been here before, and it said 4 meters of elevation, which is pretty much nothing. I've heard some people talk about it and watched Douglas Mason's video, and he said that there's a short incline, but I think it is short. Must be very short if it's only 4 meters overall. So I'll go up that once per lap, but shouldn't be an issue. I don't even know how far I've gone for this warm-up, or how long I've been running for, or how fast. It feels so strange. So I'm here with my friend Tia today, and hopefully the plan is that as I go past her, that she'll shout out what time we're at, so at least I'll have an idea. I'll probably be on my 3rd lap at that point. But it'll be something. And yes, I do already have a new Garmin ordered and on the way, so I should have that for next week.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go!
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's hot today. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Hill wasn't too bad. Thank you. Thank you. One lap done. Thank you. It's got to be about halfway now. I'm struggling. I can feel myself slowing down. Second time up the hill. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You too, well done. There's first finisher. That's it, well done. Thank you. Well done. Okay. One more time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Do you know roughly what that time was? My Garmin's dead.
18:39.
What?
Oh no, 20:44.
Wasn't going to complain, but yeah. Thank you. Morning. I just saw Tia. I'm going to catch up with her. Yeah, I think it was 20:49 she said, which is definitely slower than I'd hoped for. But I've been getting slower and slower for the last few weeks. But I think I've just been overdoing it. Been running a lot of distance, and I think my easy paced runs, I'm taking them too fast. So I slowed down a bit this week on the easy ones. In fact, on my fast one, I pretty much gave up. Second K was way tougher than usual. On the third, I kept pushing harder and harder, but I was slowing down. So I just decided to pack it in, ease off, go gently for the rest of it. I'd run a bit shorter and a bit gentler for the rest of the week, and hope that that would result in picking it up a bit today. Been great to you. But I think my legs will still be tired from everything I've done, and today's very hot. But I think more than that is it shows the difference of not having a watch. Don't want to keep going on about it, but I think not knowing the time is really difficult to know sort of when to push, if I'm doing well, if I'm not doing well. Because usually if I'm behind the pace I want to be, that spurs me on to push and go ahead and speed up. And if I'm on track or ahead, thanks again, then that sort of boost of positivity just makes me go faster. But not having any feedback about my time other than one point really made it tough. And I thought I would need to be at least under 6:35 a lap to be in for a chance of sub 20. And it was 13:35 after 2 laps, so at that point, with a lap to go, I knew that was it. I couldn't manage it. But I just wanted to be under 21 at that point, so accomplished that. Thanks again.
It's too hard to do.
I don't mean to sound like I was making a load of excuses. I'm not trying to complain about my time, I'm still happy with it. It's just interesting to see the difference. I think it would have been faster with the watch, even just having a rough idea. But last week I was at Camperdown, which is much hillier than this, and I was 20:08. And so being 40 seconds slower here, which isn't nearly as hilly, is interesting. Fair enough, there's less shade here, and today's hotter than last week. And I will say, although the hill isn't extreme, that's definitely more than 4 meters throughout the whole run. But still, it's not too bad. I don't usually show the distance that I've covered on my watch. I've usually got my time, current pace, lap pace and average pace up. But I do a bit of maths based on that, just so I know, based on my average pace, roughly what time I should expect. So I can look at it and see, oh, I've got 3, 4, 5 minutes remaining. And I'll also do things like, I would maybe check the time from reaching that bottom corner to the end of the lap the first time round, so that when I get there for the second and third time in particular, I'll have an idea of like, right, I should hit the end of the lap at this time. And just using those physical landmarks, I always find it really helps, at least. So yeah, it feels strange not being able to do that. At the same time, it's nice to have done it once, just so I can say that I've done it and know how it feels to just really not have a clue. But yeah, I definitely prefer running with a watch. A few weeks ago I had been looking at, considering getting a new Garmin, but I didn't need one, couldn't really justify getting one. But now I kind of have to. So I've at least gone for a bit of an upgrade. I'm looking forward to that. Carling Worklork. It's a really nice spot for a park run. Really pretty spot. It's weird. Once again, as I'm running, I barely pay attention to the surroundings. So I didn't even pay attention to the loch and how nice and pretty and massive it is. It's not a tiny wee thing. Especially on a day like today, it's lovely. Volunteers here have all been really nice, which is usually the case everywhere. The run director was quite funny as well at the start. And because it's a 3-lapper, if you're here with friends and people are different paces, there's a good chance people will end up lapping each other and getting to see each other during the run. And because there are a few narrow points where it kind of doubles back on itself, then you can see people there as well. We've got a friend from Dundee who just happened to be here as well. Didn't know she was here until we saw her at the start. And I ended up sort of being close enough to say well done about 3 or 4 times during the run. I never lapped her, but we just kept sort of meeting at the narrow points, going opposite directions. So that's a nice little quirk of this park run. Last time up the hill for Tia. Great stuff, Tia. Well done. I like that route. I would definitely recommend coming along if you get the chance, especially on a day like this. Lovely route, lovely people, like most park runs. There are a couple of spots, particularly at the end of one of the loops, there's a tight turn where you've got to go around a rock and there's a pillar in the middle of the path. That's a little awkward. But other than that, it's pretty much fine. There are a couple of narrow spots, so you have to go around, either you'll be going around someone or someone will be going around you, but there's still enough space. There's never really a big issue. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. if you don't wear a watch or if you've run without a watch before, let me know and see what let me know what you thought about it. 'Cause I didn't like not having a watch, not knowing my time, not knowing my pace. It just felt weird. But maybe some people like it.